Hello and welcome to this special episode of If Walls Could Talk. I'm John Wyatt, editor of Walls and Ceilings, and joining me here in New Orleans at Build 26 is Mike Taylor of Liddle Brothers Contractors in Nashville. And off camera is his wife, Darlene. Now, here's a cool story about Mike and I speaking is this month, our March issue, the company is featured on Walls and Ceilings cover. And Mike and I met last year when he was awarded the Pinnacle Award by the AWCI. I went up and introduced myself, and from there, Mike and Darlene have worked with us, and it is such my pleasure to welcome him to this episode. Hey, good to see you, Mike.
Good to see you again. It's our honor to be here today.
Well, it's certainly ours, and well done on the feature article. I've gotten a lot of feedback. I hope you have as well.
We have, yes.
It turned out great, but I want to get into it, and then let's talk shop here.
Okay.
Talk about Liddle Brothers Contractors. So, as a primary exterior plasterer, so you do all types of work, EIFS, stucco, Portland cement.
Yes.
You were also telling me you got into something new as a niche, right?
We have. We have been in the historical plaster business since the 1930s in Nashville.
So let me cut in here. The company also still continues to do interior plaster.
Yes, we certainly do. And that's been our forte over the years. We specialize in state and federal buildings, restoring historical plaster, the crown moldings and things of that nature. We have a staff that specializes in that, and we're able to create the distinct look and feel that they're looking for in these historical places.
Now, Mike, tell us about what type of work do you do? Are you mostly commercial? Do you do healthcare, residential, mixed use?
95% of our business is commercial. About 5% of our business is high-end retail. The commercial extent of our business is EIFS. We do stucco. And we also do a Nishihai as a cement panel exterior, and we do some thin set stone.
Now, because you're in the Mid-Atlantic / South, so you have different climate than, say, other parts of the country, and sometimes installing these systems can be, well, you have to consider it, don't you, because of humidity and things like that. So how do you train your staff to work on that? Do you also rely on manufacturers' help, distributors? Tell us about that.
Yeah, over the last few years, there's been a lot of improvement in the exterior claddings with the weatherproofing, or the weather barriers, you might say, liquid applied weather barriers. And we use that in our EIFS system as well as our stucco systems. The new system in stucco is pretty interesting. We put foam behind it with drainage mats, that type of thing. So it's eliminated a lot of the issues with the humidity and the rain that we get down south.
You've intentionally positioned the company, as someone that specializes in niche services, i.e. the internal plaster, cement board now. So, listen, from a contractor's perspective, how has the demand for that specialty plaster work been? Is it, obviously it keeps the shop open, but you do other, maybe more commercial types of projects. But how do you carve out a niche service like that?
It's been over the last 50 years. We've, dove into, like Boswelfon is a soundproofing acoustical plaster system.
Okay.
Which has been very good for us. And then we just developed a niche in various markets, like in the country music industry. We do a lot of work with the country music artists as well as their studios. They like the sound, and so we provide the soundproofing for them. And it works out well for us that way.
Oh, that's excellent, because I remember reading about the old RCA studio in Nashville with Chet Atkins and Elvis and other artists like that. So soundproofing obviously is important, but some of those studios always want to update and invest in new products. So you certainly offer a service that can provide for that, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And that's exciting being there in Nashville, but Nashville also provides other types of work. But let's talk about, I guess, the current climate right now in Nashville. Do you have backlogs? What's your forecast, I guess, from a year from now?
Well, we live in a great area of the country. We're diversified. Our economy is very diversified. We have a lot of health care there, course, the music industry, which I mentioned. We're in a growth spurt in the Middle Tennessee area. A lot of companies are moving there. We're excited about the opportunities that we have. And moving forward, we have many corporations coming in as well. In fact, we're working with In-N-Out Burger now. Their corporate offices are located, or building those in Franklin and the Brentwood area, and we have crews on those jobs now.
Now, I think we can read more about the In-N-Out project from the cover story, which
Yes.
I think there was a picture too, and
Right.
we might have elaborated on that. So let's get back to basically eaves and, exterior plaster and
Sure.
just basically the trowel trades. How do you train your staff? Because it is a specialty, like we said, niche thing. And, it takes good craftsmanship to apply it correctly. So
It does. And you have different training periods for different scopes. Like, for example, the Nishi House systems, we have people that's been training for that for over the last 36 months. We have people in the historical repair areas that have been training for 35 years. So you never, get it down perfectly. You just continue to train. So we look for young people to get involved with these trades, that we can put them with experienced people and bring them along. And then when we feel as though that they're competent to produce these type of skilled trades, we put them in there.
excellent. So as we wrap this up, I would be remiss to bring this up. And just before you had won the Pinnacle Award, Darlene, your wife, her father had passed away, I think, just earlier last year, or was it 2024? Regardless, let's give him a shout out and talk about how he started the company.
Well, obviously, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here today. He was my mentor coming into this industry. I married into the family 35 years ago, and I've been in the company now for 25 years. He brought me in and gave me the basics. You treat people fairly, and normally they'll treat you fairly. And he was a great teacher. His experience went a long way. When I needed some wisdom, I went to
Right.
him. But he was a fine guy. He was well recognized in the construction industry around the country, known for the plaster expertise and the historical repairs. And his father actually founded the company many years prior to that, and that's where he got his training from.
Well, it's awesome that you and your wife, and it sounds like it's a family business, so there are other people involved, that you continue that legacy. And I really, again, want to thank you for working with Walls and Ceilings on the cover story,
Yes.
and for taking the time to chat with us today. Thanks so much. I'm John Wyatt of Walls and Ceilings. This has been a special episode of If Walls Could Talk. Joining me is Mike Taylor. And listen, you can watch this video as well as other videos and podcasts at wconline.com. Mike, I hope you enjoy the rest of your time here.
Thank you very much. It's been my honor and pleasure to speak with you, John.
Likewise.
Thank you.